Tonight's ad of the week is a song. Well, it's a music video, and that's an ad, isn't it? Check this out. Welcome to Spicks and Specs. I'm Adam Hills. Umbrella was a global smash for Rihanna, the hottest tune of 2007. Did you see the advertising? No? Well, let's just wind that back. Here's a shot where she goes for the wet look. Here's another from later in the clip which emphasises makeup. Still not seeing it? Then try this.
Want to know what I've got on under my umbrella? It's new CoverGirl Wet Slicks Fruit Spritzers with 12 delicious flavors. You get a refreshing burst of shine without all that sticky feeling. Even if it's raining, your lips will have lasting fruity shine. New Wet Slicks Fruit Spritzers. Easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl. Get my new CD, Good Girl Gone Bad, in stores now.
I think I know how she keeps her lips wet, saying wet slick fruit spritzers. I actually don't think that's water in that ad. That's her saliva as she tries to say the product. That's why she needs an umbrella in the first place. As the ad featured a plug for the album, so too the clip featured a testimonial from Rihanna at the end. The win-win deal also saw CoverGirl making her album available at their beauty counters in department stores. OK, Todd, how do you rate this strategy?
It's a very clever strategy, and just looking at it objectively, it's a very, very clever strategy. She's an icon. The youth associate with brands on a much more obvious way. It says who they are. It says a lot about them. Linking it with music, then linking it with their album is fantastic work. They would have sold millions of the product because of it. I hate to say it, but it's fantastic.
Russell, how would you put a deal like this together?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Is it the entertainment first or is it the brand first? I think if you're in the music business now, obviously the dynamic of the business has changed dramatically. So you're not getting your album sales, your CD sales. So therefore you're looking for partners, because obviously someone has to pay for that video to be made. So they say, hang on a second, we'll get Maybelline to pay for it, therefore we don't have to pay for it, and therefore we're going to make some more money. The other thing about being in the music business now is distribution. It's very hard to get distribution because it's all online. So this is a beautiful deal for the record company as well, because they get different distribution. They're at a different point of sale. So
record labels now have, you know, directors of strategic marketing to help broker these deals, you know. In our research, we came across 2 US companies, Maven and Lyrics Marketing, which exist to facilitate product placements in the lyrics of pop songs. Now, Jane, that's got to be the big win, isn't it? Not just being mentioned in the film clip, but getting a shout-out in the lyrics.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I remember when I was young that lovely Janis Joplin song, you know, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Now, that was product placement. I don't think she was paid for that. That was product placement because Mercedes had earned its place in that song by representing something real to people by the name. The problem with the bought product placement is, particularly as consumers start to get savvy to it, is actually, again, it's debasing the currency because it doesn't have the cred of you get there because you actually symbolise something to the artist and the audience. No, you get there because you pay for the right to be there. It's a bit like the difference between prostitution and true love. And so, yes...
That's taking it to the extremes.
Well, how do we know the difference then? So, Russell, get me on this one, because if they're getting paid to do it, for example, should a paid ad say that it's an ad?
I used to think yes. The old way, where editorial and advertising were clearly 2 different things, was perhaps the best way. Yeah, so that the consumer, it was very clear to them, this bit's trying to sell, this bit's trying to entertain, and the 2 did not meet. In fact, in the office, they hated each other. Now, of course, they're blended, and it does make it a far more difficult exercise for the consumer to differentiate between the 2. And I think we've gone so far down that track now that the going-in assumption should be that everything that I'm looking at has got some sort of sale behind it. There's a selling motive behind it.